Welcome, Virgo. This is your weekly focus, April the 22nd through to the 28th, 2019. My name is Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Let's get right to the cards. It's been intense energy throughout the readings. Our first card is, oh gosh, our first card is the Tower. Tearing down those walls this week. Absolutely. We are tearing down walls. We are, this is abrupt things happening in our life this week. And when I say those words, everybody goes, oh no. And please, let's not look at negative. We're trained to look at the negative. Let's look at the positive. Of whenever the Tower card comes into play, whenever the Tower card comes into play, we may not like what's happening in our life, but we need to know it is putting us in the path that we need to go on, that takes us to our happiness, our abundance, our inner balance, our expression of creativity, our love centers, our happily ever after. It moves us towards our goals, our dreams, our desires. There's something that is blocking you. There is something that is standing in your way. There is, it could be a person, it could be an environment, it could be an energy, it could be thoughts, it could be yourself. This could be, you could be overly responsible and take care of everybody else's needs, and something happens where you need to turn the energy on you. So if you come to that realization, start turning the energy on you before the universe decides to turn the energy on you, because it's always easier when we're in control of the situation. But we may not be in control of the situation as much as we would like with it being in the first position, so we need to go with the flow. Now, this could be something tremendously beautiful that happens in your life. It could have been a burden that you have been carrying for years with you and not being able to move past, and something happens that just moves you into the right energy. Absolutely, with the Tower card. The walls come down. It doesn't necessarily mean that the walls coming down is a painful experience. Yes, it kind of throws us into this imbalance because we weren't expecting it. We have to adjust. Expect the unexpected this week. Let's see what the other cards. Oh, look at this. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune. See, I told you, strong energy. The Wheel of Fortune. Now, the beautiful thing that I can say about the Wheel of Fortune is, even in a reverse position, this card still holds the omen of better things coming. So this is about new chapters starting in your life, walking away from what no longer works, a change of seasons. I see that comet flying out of the sky there, and this is the new beginnings. So know that if it were on the board, the Tower comes first, which is in the past, as we move towards our future, our new beginning, our new start. This could be things that you do. This could be your recreation, your fun. It could be romance coming in. But there's definitely a new beginning on the horizon for you. Absolutely. And it's not here yet. So this is a time to deal with that Tower energy. This is a time to understand what walls need to come down. This is a time where we need to look at, where do I need to surrender and let go? Where do I need to just be? Where do I need to step into happiness and playfulness and enjoyment and laughter, and what makes me laugh? And why don't I have that in my life? And what do I need to incorporate into my life in order to make that something? Or what, maybe it's the time, the energy, the resources that I need to lessen in my life, so yeah, to lessen in my life in order to step into time, energy, resources that will allow me to enjoy. This is about stepping into enjoying life in some way, of a new adventure being exposed to you, or we could be changing fields if it was something to do with, say, work or career. It could be changing fields. It could be about going back to school. Um, because that for some of us would be a definite large wall that needs to come down, of having the courage to step into that learning experience and maybe giving up on you have to get part-time work now, or you have to dip into your savings, or some kind of hardship might come short term in order to have that long-term abundance going forward. The Nine of Cups, the wish card. Well, when it comes to work, when it comes to career, when it comes to what you do within the community, where you might give of yourself or to an organization or the helping of others in some way. But this is your wish card. This is dreaming the impossible. This is what you truly are wishing for. What truly brings in happiness and joy. And don't, just imagine, what you want to come in, and don't let time or money or anything get in the way of, this is dreaming the impossible and making the impossible possible. So if you've always wanted to go for that diploma, this may be a time when you want to affirm it. So once again, I'm sitting here and I'm talking about new moon affirmations and the full moon. And I do have a new moon's affirmation video, and if you want to do it, thank you for that. But I would prefer more that you write down a couple of affirmations that really are true to you, and start saying them throughout the day, and start broadening your horizons for what you can step into, the happiness, the joy that can come together for you. It's almost like some kind of structure or routine might actually need to go here, some kind of behaviors or habits that have actually penned you in instead of offered you some kind of form of liberation or freedom, and acknowledging that and knowing that you deserve it. That has been a huge message in everybody's reading so far, is to know that you deserve it. We have the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles says you're trying to hold on to something and it is not of value. It is not of true value. You're putting more value or worth on something, or maybe this is the time when you realize it. By saying, oh, if I could only have this, and you see what stands in your way. You see what that tower actually is made of. And I don't want to say a misplaced value, but the structure of your knowledge, or what opportunities that you opened up to or looked for. This is the broadening the horizon in some way. This is letting go of something. This is letting go of a control of something in order to have the time or the energy or the resources into really stepping into your truest of wishes, your truest of desires. The Chariot. Think it through. This is a beautiful week to think it through, of where you truly want to go. The Chariot, everybody thinks the Chariot is forward energy, but the Chariot is actually pulling on those reins. Pausing. Thinking things through. You're in this deep fog, so you don't want to go fast. There's a message obviously coming in The birds are flying towards you. They're not sitting there whispering in your ear. They're trying to reach you. So slow it down so that you can hear them. And there are truly no reins in almost all tarot decks that I have seen. There are no reins attaching you to those horses. So the horses are going the way you want, behaving the way you want because of who you are, because of the respect you give them, the mutual understanding, the trust, the compassion, the empathy. So know that in relationships that if you give of that, that you can expect that back, and you will know who truly is going forward with you by how they act and react and behave around you. And I get this more in work, career, maybe within the community rather than within a close relationship, such as lovers or very best friends. Although it could come out in best friends, I don't think it will, as much as you will see, what coworkers you can depend on, who you can work with well as a team in order to go forward. And you might be holding on to something when it comes to work, actually, that is actually obstructing you really stepping into a dream job or a dream position or a dream project. Something that will, pump you up with the energy and make you jump out of bed every morning. We have the Seven of Swords. This is a time to really follow your intuition on who you can trust and who you cannot trust. And if you don't feel that you can trust them, if you don't feel that they've got your back, then you're probably right. And stop second guessing yourself. There could actually be a relationship, something coming to a head within a relationship, a secret revealed, perhaps. But it really moves you into a beautiful new position. So really it goes all back, it drains back to your wishes, your dreams, your truest desires. So really give that some thought about what would bring you true happiness in your life, a true balance in your life, or peace of mind in your life. And don't worry so much about where you are at now. Dream the impossible. You'll be amazed at how close you hit to the mark if you really use this energy properly. This one is a little bit more about protecting yourself within relationships, making sure you're not giving too much of yourself away and not getting anything in return, that there's some kind of balance there with the relationships. Absolutely. And it honors who you are rather than some kind of mask that you have to wear. And I know that it's just part of the human condition, right? We're one person at home, or another at work, or another at... That's why those work dinner parties where you can bring that plus one is many times very uncomfortable, because we become a different person sometimes within the work environment, the community, maybe our spiritual environment. And maybe it's the knowledge of where you really truly need to wear that mask in order for your safety, in order for your balance, and pay attention to those kinds of environments that you go into. Do they bring you happiness? Are they moving you in the right direction? Do they honor your hopes and wishes and dreams and desires? And then we have the Ace of Wands. Now, when aces appear in a reading, it's usually a path that isn't here yet. And because it's the last card, I would say this is more energy towards the new moon. So we'll be experiencing the new moon in Taurus, I believe the first week in May. So during this time, really think about where you truly need to work on. And we're in full moon energy, so I would think about completion, more healing, closure, letting go, more than tackling something new, stepping into something new. I think new is down the road, but there's this kind of harmony, this kind of balance, this kind of knowing that can really bring you into a true inner balance, so that you feel strong and you feel courageous and you know that you can go forward in your dreams, in your desires. And yes, it could even be that the impossible truly can be possible. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.